At the beginning of the charismatic experience, there is a deep correlation with Elias through the place chosen to live on Mount Carmel that establishes, because of the mentality of that period, almost a physical contact with the prophet. For the pilgrim that visited the Holy Land, Mount Carmel was the place where Elias lived, conducted his hermit life, and passed part of his life. The name Elias means Yahweh is my God. This is the name of the prophet that defended fearlessly the Jebus religion against Achab and Jezebel, promoters of the idolatrous cult in Baal. The adventures of this stern and ardent prophet had such an impact amongst the population that legendary tales were created about him. Elias is a solitary prophet that cultivates the thirst of one God and lives in his presence. He is the contemplative rapt by burning passion for the absolute God, of whom the word burnt like a torch. He is the mystic that after a long and strenuous walk learns to read the signs of the presence of God. He is the prophet that is involved in the life of the people, and fighting against false idols brings them back to the fidelity of the alliance with one God. He is the prophet united with the poor and the distant, and defends those who suffer violence and injustice. From Elias, the Carmelite learns to be a man of the desert, with an indivisible heart for God, dedicated to the service of God, a man that made a choice without compromises for the cause of God and for God, burning with passion. Like Elias, he believes in God, and he lets himself be conducted by the Spirit and by the word he has in his heart, to testify the divine presence in the world, accepting that he is really God in his life. The Carmelite sees in Elias the brotherhood experienced in the community, and with him he learns to be the channel of God's tenderness towards the poor and the humble. In this way, the Carmelite looks at the great prophet as his maestro and his model for inspiration.